Hello, everyone.
Hi, guys. We're so glad to be here with you today. This is the Energized Empath LIVE Show with Tiff and Jack. I'm Jack.
That's
Tiff. This is a lot of fun. So here's the deal. We love to be able to engage with you on our live show. We just got done recording our podcast, which is just really fun. Like, you can just be free and naughty. Nobody can see what you're doing. You can't see if Tiff is rolling her eyes or what's right.
Whatever.
So I have to really tell everyone what's happening on the podcast. Here you get to see us, right? In living color, and we get to see you too.
Yep.
So what we would love is to have you be sure and engage with us. Tiff is going to be asking questions. We're going to be chatting. The first thing we would love to know is, where is everyone joining us from? So that you can see yourself, all of us can see that we're here from all over the world.
Hi, Araceli. Hey, Ken.
That's awesome.
We have one other Facebook user, but we really love to see your names. So if you can make that happen, then we can talk to you by name.
Yes.
Which we love.
And this is actually coming, we are coming live. We are streaming live into my personal page, Tiff's personal page, our Connected Empath Facebook group, our Tiff and Jack business page, and our YouTube channel. So we're coming from a lot of different places, and you'll be joining us in, maybe you're on Tiff's page, or you're in the Connected Empath, or you're on YouTube. So you won't see everyone else's comments. That's why we will be speaking to the comments.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to engage a little bit more that way. Big shout out to Jennifer, hi Jen.
Hi Jen.
Heather Hopkins, we're so glad you're here. Kelly Verstraete, so glad you're here.
Bev, that must be you because you're from Gettysburg.
To us, Bev, you're a Facebook user.
Hi, Victoria.
But you're so much more. Michael Nunn, we're so glad you're here.
Friend.
Leona from Brockville, Ontario, Canada. Leona, we're glad you're here. So glad you're here. So today's topic is all about mindset. And Tiff and I have to say, this is the most important topic we ever speak on.
It's the most important topic in the world.
It is. And we have been talking about this nonstop for a good 14 years.
Yeah.
It's everything.
It is everything.
It literally, the mindset piece is why Tiff and I are where we are today. It's why we have a coaching program that we are working with empaths all around the world. And it's because of our mindset that we got here.
Yeah.
And it's really amazing. And your mindset is getting you right where you want to be too. So that's why we have to talk about mindset today. And it's going to be amazing.
Bev's like, crap.
No, we can't. Bev, does it just chap your hide? Right? that it's not working. So frustrating. So frustrating.
Oh, today is a great day. We're sitting here. We have to close our blinds. We have a lot of blinds in our house, and we love the blinds because they're just so romantic. But we do have to close them. And I wish that we could utilize the light from outside, so we have our little light over the camera. But
see, if I look up like this, you can see the light. Looks like my eyeballs.
Because we want to look like movie stars for y'all. So we just got all of the windows done. And I think when the window people came, they finished yesterday. We had to keep rescheduling because it would rain. And we really do need the rain, so I was grateful for that. But it was so nice to get them done. And we have all these French pane windows from the building of the house in 1938, which is just so awesome. And it's a very hard job to wash little windows because you have to do it all by hand. And so they weren't very happy yesterday, but we're looking through these beautiful sparkling windows that are very old. And it just gives such a gorgeous feeling to the house. And it's awesome because I truly believe that the windows are the soul of your home. So it's like, if you have clean windows, the vibe is good.
It really does make a difference energetically.
I'm just like looking at the windows, feeling all grateful today.
They are really gorgeous.
And I was telling everyone this for a reason. I don't know what it was. So there you have it.
There are no accidents. So there's definitely a reason about the beautiful clean windows. No question.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so we are going to start out today with table topics. Do-it-yourself
therapy.
Right.
And why do we do this every time? We do this so that you, my friends, can write down the questions and ask the people that you love, because if you ask questions, you just get to know the people you love so much better. And that is the whole purpose. So I think today is the day that I get to answer questions, and hopefully they're not too scary.
Oh, they're going to be.
And then I would
so
also
good.
like you, my friends, all of you that are watching, to please share your answers to the questions Jack's going to be answering or asking me. Okay. And then you get to know us a little bit better, and we get to know you a little bit better, and all the people that are here with us on the call today. So this is perfect.
Yeah, questions are really critical. We have to ask questions of ourselves and other people.
Well, can I just talk about that?
Yeah, I think you should, because it needs to be spoken about.
How many of you ask other people questions to get to know them better and listen without yapping? Just a thought. I really love to hear people's stories about questions. And it's one of the most powerful ways to connect to another person. If you're typically a person that just shares all the time and you don't ask questions or you listen to other people, you could be missing a big chunk of connection. Or if you are a person that just asks questions and listen all the time, but nobody asks you questions, that sucks too. So getting in relationships where you can go back and forth and ask questions. So it's like, I want to ask you a question. Please share. Or I'll answer the question first, and then you share with me. Jack and I do this on our date nights.
We do.
All the time.
We do.
Isn't it fun? I freaking love it.
Yeah, yes. There's so much to learn about each other. We've been together for, 15 years? And
I'm still learning stuff
all the
about
time
you.
Because we're always evolving and growing. And it's just an adventure into the soul of another person. Jen says all the time, people think it's awkward when she asks questions or asking questions, which
isn't that interesting, Jen?
Mm-hmm. Yes. And sometimes we've noticed with our kids or other people are like, well, what about this? Or tell us about their family. I don't know. And they've been friends with these people for years. And
I know. I'm like, you don't know?
How do you not
when
know
their
that?
birthday is? That's so bizarre.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just love to hear people's experience. And it may be because I'm an empath and I can actually feel what they're sharing. So it's almost like I'm having the experience with them. Maybe that's what it is. But I have noticed a lot of people don't ask questions. And they kind of feel weird when you start asking them, like, why are you drilling me? Why are you asking me a question? So if you kind of set it up as a game and it's like, hey, since we're spending some time together, let's go back and forth and ask each other questions to get to know each other better. And people usually be like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I think people typically open up and do a pretty good job of sharing.
Yes. And you might, as empaths, many empaths are really great listeners. And you may notice that you just get people that don't really ask you questions. It's time to find some friends to ask and go back and forth so that you can really start having that. Because it's so awesome to be able to share too. Because I guarantee every single person on this call has got a story to share. That's so awesome.
And that's really the luxury of our business, is that we get to hear people's stories all day, every day. We know that everyone has a story. We know that everyone has gone through or is going through hard things. We know that everyone has dreams. Everyone has hopes. Everyone has shame. Everyone has guilt. We all do. And there's no judgment in any of it for any of us. And that's the beauty of us being able to go in and step into the depth of people's stories with them, and then get rid of the shit that doesn't belong there of what we're telling ourselves about ourselves that just is not true. And so today we're going to be talking more about your mindset of what you're believing about yourself. But first, we're going to ask some questions. And
Ken, you said, I need this. So I'm going to tell you what this is. It's Do-It-Yourself Therapy Table Topics on Amazon. This is where I got it. And I think we probably almost gone through all these cards.
Oh, geez. But these seem a little new today.
I know. And so they have a whole bunch of different ones on Amazon. So Do-It-Yourself Therapy Table Topics. They're so fun.
Yeah, they are.
And anyone that comes to our house, we pull them out.
I feel like my hair's it's sticking out right here.
Well,
I'm just trying to fix it. There we go. Sorry. Yeah.
Who cares?
I do. Okay, I do. I care about my hair. Okay, so there's another great place, the Gottman card deck. It's a free app. I know for sure for iPhones, Gottman Card Deck. Amazing. Gottman card deck. It's free, loaded with questions. It even has some steamier questions to ask your lover or your
Those are
partner.
fun.
Yeah, they're really, really, really great. Merritt says, I feel slightly full of anxiety sharing about myself. Then you need to practice a little bit more. I too felt a lot. I really had a hard time sharing.
True.
I did. I would just sit there in silence and not, just observe.
Do you remember
listen.
when we first met and I started asking you all these questions?
My God, I was so stressed out. I was stressed out.
I just wanted to get to know you.
I felt defensive sometimes.
Oh
like,
my
why
God,
are you
it's
asking me
true.
that?
I was like,
I wanted to just sit with my lip zipped and not say
and
anything.
just listen. And I'm like, I know I've been talking long enough. Tell me, what's your favorite thing to do? And you're like, well, and you did tell me, but I could feel that you were like so uncomfortable.
I felt
with
awkward,
it.
but my God, I had to come out of my shell, didn't I? Here I am on the camera, fluffing my hair. Merritt. Nice. Yeah. Keeping it real. Okay, so let's jump in. I'm going to ask Tiff the first question.
Okay.
Right? And you can share your answer.
Yeah, so
too.
please answer. Guys, answer the question on this show.
Right in the thread so we can talk
This
about
is good
you.
practice.
So the whole world is going to know about you.
Honey, stop it.
Don't be scared. It's okay. Okay, the question is, do you do a good job seizing the day?
Absolutely. You want me to elaborate?
Of course. Why? Why do you do a good job seizing the day?
Well,
how do you seize the day?
I mean, I seize the day because I live life on my terms 100%. It doesn't mean I don't have appointments, and I'm really good at keeping time and being on time for things. I'm extremely reliable. If I say I'm going to do something, by God, it's going to happen. That being said, I have lots of time in between all the things that I have to do whatever I want. And that is valuable to me. Otherwise, I would not be a very happy girl. And so, I get up and I have a ritual that I'll do typically in the mornings for things that I do. And then I just get up and I am open to what so many things that the universe has to offer. And I just feel so empowered with my day.
Well, right. You definitely are so empowered with your day. And I just noticed that Kelly said some days, other days, my energy just wants to be still.
That's right.
And I think that's a great point. You can be seizing the day in stillness.
Absolutely.
So I think we have to pull that piece of like busy.
Yeah, that's not me.
Off of what seizing the day.
Yeah, one
means.
of the things that causes me the most upset in my life is busyness. I absolutely refuse to be busy. There are periods of time where I have to rush and get something done really quick, which is never my favorite thing to do.
Nope.
And I can do it for a minute, but if I do it longer than a minute, I get super rude. I'm like, I'm taking my time, and if someone has to wait for me, tough shit. I'm like, no way.
So
I do appreciate that I have a very active, busy husband, because I feel like he's busy enough for all this. But it really resonates. The way he does things resonates, but every now and then he has to calm himself down too. So I seize the day, and I have lots of rest time. I must have rest time for well-being. And if I don't have it, then I am a snot. I'll just be totally honest.
I really love that you're so honest. Okay. I love that. Kelly, I've never thought of it that way, about stillness as seizing the day. And we're serious that we're bringing this up. Like, you as a highly sensitive empath must be still sometimes. And that doesn't mean you're not seizing the day. And you're seizing the day your way.
Yes. And one thing to always remember is someone's emergency is not your problem. Okay?
Someone's lack of planning, someone else's poor planning does not have to be your emergency.
Oh, that's the perfect way to say it. See how smart you are?
Because I think it all the time.
You do?
Oh, yeah. I do. When someone else is having a breakdown emergency, not our clients, I'm not saying that, but just, I don't know, somebody else that needs my time and attention. I'm like,
what if it's me?
Oh, that is my highest priority. No, it really
That
is.
the right answer.
It's an important thing. I know how on purpose you are in your life. And if you're having a breakdown, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and tend to it for sure.
You're
no
so
question.
Sweet. I love you.
Well, and I'm sure that all the empaths
so
watching
much.
can feel that I'm serious about that. That is just, there are some people that have a very high priority in your life, and that's good too. It really is. Let's see what some people are saying. Cheryl writes, seizing the day doesn't mean it has to be busy.
Oh, no, absolutely
No. Merritt, I hate being rushed to do anything. That's why I try to be 15 minutes early for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I'm sitting and waiting, I'd rather do that. That is a very on purpose,
I agree,
strong
Merritt.
mindset
That is
choice.
how I am as well.
Yep. Sometimes I just go out in my yard and sit by myself and listen. That's beautiful. That really is.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, let's go to the next question, since we know Tiff is a beautiful Caesar. Okay, Tiff, what's the most stressful part of your day? And you please share also our watchers.
The most stressful part of my day is probably nighttime, because I have usually seized the day so well that I wear my ass out. About 2 hours before bed, I start getting this weird feeling. And it's kind of like, I feel like my thought process isn't as clear. I feel tired. Sometimes I get pain in my body, and I'm like, I feel a little anxious sometimes. And you can always tell because I get this weird
gets a look in her eye,
like,
and she starts shaking her leg really fast. Every time. And we could be watching something. I look over and I say, "You ready for bed?" She goes, "I've got to go to bed right now."
Yeah.
So she gets up and makes her way upstairs to the bedroom. And I get up and turn all the lights off, lock all the doors, make sure everything's like tucked in for the night. Come upstairs. Usually by that time she's brushed her teeth, washed her face. She's laying naked in bed. Like, I can't pull up my covers.
I don't have any.
No, there's nothing
on.
left. So I go in and I start pulling up the covers, but I have to do it in a certain way because she's very clear about the way that the energy has to feel as she's getting tucked in for the night. So if her sheet happens to be untucked from the feet or a little rumpled up over her legs, she's like, no, that's not going to work. She's always very loving.
It's true.
Doesn't want to put me out. She's not at all like, pull up my covers.
Thank you for clarifying that.
It's never that. It's like
laughing.
She feels like this sweet little girl that has done tuckered herself out for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And she, if I could, I'd carry her up the stairs and put her in bed.
Gosh, that would be a dream.
That would be amazing. And so I go and I start covering her up. I have to pull the blankets up because if they've slipped down into the end of the bed, so they're really extra tight and they're not pull-upable all the way. That doesn't work. Put on her blanket, like probably 4 different covers. Pull up all the covers.
And I have pillows, like
and
I
pillows
have a pillow between my legs, a pillow in the front,
pillow in the back,
me.
Pillow under her head, fluffed up, ready to go.
I'm called the Princess and the Pea.
She is. It's a beautiful thing. I love this.
Honey, you're so sweet.
And she just is like this sweet little girl.
And then sometimes I cry because I'm so overloaded by my day. And then
it's just an emotional release. This is our life. This is our life.
This really happens.
And I get her all hunkered in, and then I go over and get on my side. I take all the covers off except one cover. That's all I can handle. And I lay down and adjust my bed the way I want it. And then I start scrolling through
Reddit. And he wants to share things with me. And oftentimes I'm like, please don't bother me.
She'll say, my eyes are closed. Stop. I'm like, look at this cat. Look at the way this little cat is looking up at its owner.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. So that's my stressful night. We just laid it out for you. So now you'll know every night what's going on.
Oh, my God. It's just amazing. But sometimes she does get a little mad if I'm low on the attention department, which happens. Okay, Monday through Thursday, I get a little horse to the barn, get my work done.
You can always tell that Jack was a rancher and grew up on a
chaps
ranch.
My hide, horse to
how
the
he
barn.
He's like horse to the barn.
Oh God, this is our life. We'll talk about the morning side on the other, another one of these live shows. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now Tiff's most stressful part, when she's overdone, her GABA's wiped out, her nervous system's shot. It's the end of the day. She's seized it all day long. She's ready for comfort. The next question for you
And for you,
And
my
for
friends.
you. Oh, did anyone else share and we missed it?
I don't know. Let's see.
Okay, what was the hardest part? Plop on my bed and I'm out.
Yep. After lunch, I lose motivation.
Oh, interesting, right?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next share we want you to share is, what's the craziest thing you've done today? You and you.
The craziest thing I've done today is I didn't do my second sleep. I took an Epsom salt bath and like was pumicing my feet because I was like, I'm going to treat my feet to a treat. So I didn't get my second sleep and I'm kind of tired.
Okay, so I think there's a lot of relevance in us really talking about what goes on in the daily workings of our lives, because you're all empaths. You're all highly sensitive people. You have nervous systems that have to be managed and be tended to. Many of you, I'm sure, have to get extra sleep or make sure you get enough sleep, or by the end of the day, you're really tired. And when you hear and understand from the perspective of this is normal, we're giving you this gift today that you can call yourself normal. Just like Merritt said, I think Ari and Tiffany studied under the same sleeping coach, right? As a highly gifted person, you've got to handle and manage yourself differently. We're giving you permission to do that. Yeah,
I have a rhythm of sleep and I've had it my whole life. And so thank God I'm an entrepreneur because I get to design life my way. And so I sleep from about 10 to 2:30 or 3:30. Then I'm up for a few hours doing all kinds of mystical things, downloading whatever. And then I go back to sleep from usually around 6:30 or 7 until 10:30. And then I start seeing clients and work through the day from 1 to noon to evening. And that's how I've designed my life so that I can enjoy my life and get the rest that I need so I stay healthy. And so I did a crazy thing today by taking a bath instead of my second sleep. And someone said they had sat out on the porch and enjoyed the rain, that sounds so delicious to me.
Someone said I took my grandson to lunch, then helped him with his yard. Ooh, nice. That's a big, wild, crazy thing. That was
a crazy, nice thing to do.
Really nice. Hi, Hannah. It's good to see your face. I mean, we don't see your face, just in the little
we feel your face.
We feel your face.
In our hearts.
Oh, Mary was talking about the pillow and blanket ritual. You and Ari. That's, yep.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so your crazy was not getting your second sleep. And now I think we should jump in and start talking about mindset, because this is the meat of this conversation today.
Okay, guys. Thank you for sharing today. Love to get to know you a little bit better. So let's talk about mindset. I would like to know, I'm going to ask you, and please, to any of the viewers, feel free to share your own definition of mindset. So I'm asking you, what is your definition of mindset?
My definition of mindset is using my thoughts to create my reality. That's mindset. Is how do I use my mind to create my day?
Absolutely. When I was making notes for this lesson today, I got online because I wanted to see what the world is saying. What is mindset? And the thing I ran across the most was the world's talking about mindset is the way you think about things so you can manage challenges. And that's true, but it's a little tiny, tiny piece. What Jack just shared is what we spend our life teaching people, is that the way you think is going to create your life, your reality, the things that you experience in life, not just managing challenges. The way you think is how you will be creating your experience here on this planet.
So do you think it's a big deal or what?
It's a really big deal.
Right? Someone said probably Bev, doing everything with a purpose.
Absolutely. So the next question is, why is mindset so important? So I'll ask you, why is it so important?
Because it's the way that we create our life, our experiences, our success, our day, how we want things to go. It's all about mindset. What we're thinking is going to expand.
So let's get deeper into the conversation about our brains, shall we? This is the topic that Jack and I have been talking about and teaching for many, many years. And we're still talking about it, and we're going to talk about it until we're dead. And then our kids, I'm sure, will continue to talk about it. Because, my friends, every single thought that you have, every thought has an electromagnetic imprint. So what that means is every thought you have sends out an electromagnetic pulse out into the world. And we can say it goes out into the matrix of universal energy, and it goes in there and is captured. And then universal energy, source energy, whatever you want to call that, grabs a hold of it and creates something for you and sends it back your way. That's called the law of attraction. Good job, Hannah. The law of attraction. And the law of attraction simply means what you think is what will come back to you. This is not magic. This is science. This is physics. It's scientifically proven. So if you don't believe it, that's too bad, because it's proven. It's a real deal. It's a universal law, and there's nothing you can do to change it. It's like gravity. So what you spend most of your time thinking about, you will have in your life. So what in the hell are you thinking? Right? Have you ever heard what are you thinking? I'm saying to you, what are you thinking? What are you spending your time thinking about? Your most dominant thoughts are the things you're going to bring into your experience. Universal energy has no judgment on what it is you spend your time thinking. You are a free agent to think you're amazing, or you're a free agent to think you're a piece of crap.
The universe always says yes. You're right.
To your most dominant thoughts.
Yes.
So what are you thinking about? I would like you to just take a moment and close your eyes and just think about your life. Where you are in life, where you are in your relationships, where you are in business, for work, where you are with money, where you are with health, where you are with happiness, where you are with family. Is it where you want to be? If it is, good job. If it isn't, it's time to start thinking about what you're thinking about. So, I love this topic because it reminds me when I was younger. And I was very conditioned to believe that life was happening to me, and I was just supposed to do the best I could with what came into my experience. And then I would get my reward after I died. If I did a really good job, then I would get my reward later. And I was pretty damn miserable because really awful things were happening. I was living in poverty. Most of my, all growing up, and then for the first 20 years of my first marriage, I was just sharing with someone, I went bankrupt twice, lost like 4 houses, 5 cars, 8 businesses, was melting snow for water. And many of you have heard me talk about this before. And I was really just living not a very pleasant experience. However, I was a very loving and kind person and would help anyone that I could help, absolutely. But I kept thinking, why am I not getting some of that in return? I thought what you do, you get back. So I completely had opted out of my choice of thought because I didn't know that my thought was creating my reality. And I just believed this is God's will for me to have a hard time, and I'm just going to do the best I can, and then I'll earn my reward in the next life. Well, that was rough. When I started to understand how powerful my thoughts are, and I began to challenge those thoughts, I began to change everything in my life.
Don't you think the most pivotal thing was when you realized, just like you're talking about, that you were giving your power up and expecting God to create for you?
Absolutely.
And God, universe, is saying, what do you want?
Right.
What do you want? You're the creator, designer. Let's do this together. What do you want?
Right.
And when you're sitting there constantly giving away, it's like, well, whatever is, whatever, hopefully it all works out, whatever God wants for me, then things will be better.
So I had a really interesting experience with Jack. Do you remember how broke I was? I was like, you're like, why don't you come over and we can chat and visit? And I said, I don't have any gas for my car, so I can't do it. And he says, do you have enough gas to get to a gas station? I said, yeah. And he said, I'll meet you at the gas station. So you met me at the gas station and you filled up my minivan with, and it was $60. And I remember looking at it going, that's $60. Oh my gosh. How can he fill up my tank for $60? It's not even his car. And I said, wow, that is so generous. That is $60. And Jack said, it's just money. It comes and it goes. And I went, what? And it was actually you that began to change some of my beliefs and thoughts about money, because you lived a pretty abundant life. You were in a wealthy area, in a beautiful home. You could buy and do whatever you wanted. And that was so foreign to me, but I knew you and I weren't different. We were both good people. So what was the difference? You had a different understanding, and you started talking to me about it. And then I began to understand thoughts and what was happening. And when I started changing my thoughts, I started changing my life. And boy, did the universe come through, and fast.
Right?
Yes. So this is why I'm telling you guys, this is why I'm asking you guys, what are you thinking about? Do you have what you want in your life? If you don't, it's time to start taking a look at your thoughts. So today we're going to be talking about 5 ways to really strengthen your mindset, because it is your mindset that you use in tandem with the universe to create a life that you love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, isn't that delicious to even think about?
Yes,
I know. It's like the best news I've ever heard, and the scariest, because I'm like, wait a minute. I'm in charge of my experience. There's nothing out there that's going to dictate to me what my life's going to be. I get to choose it. Whoa.
That's the scariest and best news.
What if I choose something that you're like, doesn't give me what I want?
Right.
You know, it gets a little scary, but it's the best news at the same time. So you have to be brave. And you have to start thinking about it.
And before you jump in with the 5 things, I want to read what Jennifer said, because it is such a perfect point. She said about mindset. This is so true. I've had to have a hard conversation last night, and my mind was saying, I know this isn't going to go well, and it didn't go well.
Right.
Then follow up today, hard conversation continued, and my mind said, today we will have resolution, and we had resolution quickly.
Jen, this is what you just said is absolutely the truth.
It's everything.
This isn't just about manifesting things. This is about how you want your life to go for you. Mm-hmm. Whether it's a conversation, whether it's a job interview, whether it's a better job, whether it's, how you want to feel for the day. It's absolutely everything.
Right.
I love it. Okay.
Right.
So let's talk about the 5 things that you can do right now that will really benefit you and strengthen your mindset. Number 1, ask questions and be willing to challenge old beliefs. That's a little scary. You know why? Because we're so comfy in what we believe. We're so comfy there, guys. It's like a soft blanket that we wrap around our body. And we're like, ooh, this feels good. I know it so well. But if you are in a place in your life and you want more, you have to do something different. So you have to take a look and start asking the hard questions. What's a question that you had to ask yourself and really challenge and change your thought on?
That I can't run a business. I always believed when I met Tiff, she came from a long line of entrepreneur. All the women in your family are entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. And I guess my dad is a farmer. That's being an entrepreneur, right?
Totally.
But I just did never believe that being an entrepreneur was part of what I did, even though I was assisting my ex-husband to run a dental practice and build $1 million dental practice. That's being an entrepreneur. But I had a belief that I couldn't. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I can just be your assistant or something. And she's like, that's not what I'm talking about. I want you to join me in this business as my business partner, Tiff, when we started this business.
With benefits.
With benefits. It was the benefits part that definitely caught my attention. But I honestly didn't believe that was me. And I thought, oh, you're too strong of a person. I don't know if I can do it with you because you're just so powerful. And I'm not all that. Well, that was a bunch of bullshit. And here we are 15 years later running a very successful coaching practice business and a group coaching, empath group coaching program with empaths from all around the world. And I stepped in and did it anyway. Thank God our whole business is built on helping people identify and clear their limiting beliefs.
So they can have a better mindset.
So they can have, be, or do whatever the F you want.
Right.
It's not what we want for you. It's what you want for you.
Right.
And thank God we could jump in and do bag work and I could clear all of my limiting beliefs that told me, oh, you're not an entrepreneur. You're not smart enough. You're not good enough. You're not strong enough. You don't have enough confidence, blah, blah, fucking blah. Do the bag work so I could actually be here, show up. And that is how challenging your beliefs, challenge what you're thinking about yourself. If you're not with your soulmate, just start challenging all of the beliefs you have about why you can't be.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Number 2, do your inner work, which means get rid of the bullshit stories you're telling yourself of why you can't or shouldn't have the things you desire. Now, you could go to a life coach, like, and come see Tiff and Jack, and we can teach you stuff that will change your entire life. Or you can go and get a book and start reading a self-help book that will begin to open your mind.
A really great one to start with, You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. That's a great place to start.
Great place to start.
Yeah. She totally will say to you in the book, go get a coach, go get a mentor.
Yep.
Read this book, change your thoughts.
We have a phenomenal business coach right now. And one of the things that she said that just blew my mind was take imperfect action every day. That influenced me so huge. I was like, that is such a great thing to tell someone, is get out there and take action every single day, whether it's perfect or not. Who cares? It's not really about all the action that you're taking. It's about the fact that you're making movements and strides to move forward, which is giving you energetic momentum so the universe can come in and answer that very clear intention that you have. So it's just like, with this whole mindset thing, the most powerful thing you can do is take a look at what you're thinking and then get up and start walking. And watch out. The universe will come in and bring miracles in. You will never be able to even imagine how amazing. All of our clients over the last 12, 13 years, the things that they have created because they went in and they were willing to challenge some of the beliefs that they had that were no longer serving them. Then they were doing their inner work so that they could get up and take imperfect action. It has blown my mind. The joy that I get to experience of watching our students and our clients create a life that's amazing is so fulfilling. I just love it so much.
It's incredible. Your thoughts are powerful. Are we on number 1?
No.
Number 2?
No.
Do your inner work?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then number 3, take a look at your outer influences. The reason we're going to talk about this is I want to know, who are you spending your time with? What are you listening to? What are you doing? Are you being lifted, enlivened, inspired? Are you given feelings of hope by these experiences? Or do you spend time with people that are fear bombs? Do you spend time reading or watching or listening to things with messages that make you feel sad or scared or hopeless? If you are, it will influence your mindset and you will not be able to manifest the things you truly desire because your mindset will suck.
And you as an empath, you have to be even more mindful about this because you're so sensory.
Absolutely.
Because all of your senses are bigger, deeper, stronger. You're taking in more sensory information, sensory intel every day than 80% of the population. So if you are spending time in the energy of other people or things or places or events that weigh you down and pull you down into the depths of hell, it's time to rethink that. Turn off the news. If the news makes you feel great and uplifted, expanded, positive, hopeful, keep watching the news. If it makes you feel like shit, turn off the news.
Yep.
If you have a friend that you constantly spend time with and every time you do, you go home and you feel like you are in the dregs of hell, reconsider how much time you spend there and identify new ways and new places to put yourself. Read uplifting things, listen to uplifting things, grab our podcast, listen to our podcast. Everything that comes out of our mouths is going to help uplift.
Absolutely.
That's the whole purpose.
I guarantee it.
We probably have 150 hours at least of upliftment for you. And now we do our live show, and our whole purpose is to uplift you and to remind you that you are powerful. You get to have everything your heart desires. Your thoughts are key. Mm-hmm. Your mindset is critical.
So I would like to ask all of you that are watching right now to please share something that you do in your life that really uplifts you and enlivens you.
It gives you that big open energy of like possibility is mine.
And please share, because it'll give other people ideas of things that they can do. So babe, why don't you share some of what we incorporate into our life that just uplifts us so much?
Something that really uplifts me with you and us is when we go on our drives up in the canyons and in the mountains. So we have a place that we love to go here in Salt Lake, up to a lake up high. It's like, what is it, 8,000 or 9,000, 10,000 feet, Silver Lake.
Oh yeah.
It's very high elevation, lots of big trees, rocks, water, glaciers. It is so uplifting to our energy. It always expands and opens.
And we listen to music.
We listen to music that we love
on the way up. And we hold hands, and it just feels so good.
Another thing that we do that I love that really uplifts us is listening to books listening to books on Audible that are very uplifting and are also about mindset. We also talk about all the positive things that we see our clients achieving, and it just gives us the feel goods. It expands our energy and opens up our minds to more abundance, more good. Victoria said hiking and going on early morning walks, or listening to music, or listening to a podcast. Jolene, being in the woods and writing.
Ooh, yummy.
Someone said they love Silver Lake, right?
And riding my bike, Kirsten.
Right.
Nice.
Linda. It's Linda. This right here is Linda Williams. Hi, Linda. Aww, I just saw you on my phone. Nice. I could see your name. Riding your bike. So Kelly Verstrate, it's uplifting for me to find the perfect TV show, right?
Totally.
And there's some movies and shows you can watch that just open you up to possibility and expand your mind.
Totally.
Helps you tap into that frequency of more abundance.
Do you know what uplifts me so much?
What?
Is going into stores. Now that I've been able to do that, I'm kind of slowing down on that a little bit because of the COVID, but in the past few months, going into stores and looking at beautiful things, it uplifts me so much, because I have really come to an understanding that the beautiful things of the world are meant for each of us if we'll allow those things to come into our space. So it gives me such ideas, and I love art, and I love all different kinds of art, whether it's an actor, actress, or music, or a sculptor, or a painter, or a pastel painter. Like, I just love the creations of other people, beautiful clothes, and who designed those clothes, because every single thing that we encounter was a thought before it was
someone's mind.
In someone's mind. It was someone's dream. And so everything that I see, I'm like, that is someone's dream. And I connect into that energy, and I just feel lifted up to the possibilities of what's possible in this world. So that's one of the things that I do that I just love.
Okay, kissing horses on the eyelids.
Oh,
Jolene.
That is so amazing. Oh,
been in the world
Jolene, you know what I have done with horses is, between their nostrils, that soft part, that's where I love to kiss. But I haven't thought about the eyelids.
Isn't that sweet?
I love that so much.
Also, Annette said it's too hot right now, but I like to open the windows for fresh air.
Nice.
And listen to Pandora, non-lyrical music.
Me too.
Merritt says self-care.
Good.
Linda said creating something beautiful from something that is needing some help, someone that's needing help. Annette says looking at Christmas lights.
Oh, I love that.
During Christmas. Jolene, yes, me too. Oh, she's probably talking to you about the horse.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's so sweet. It's so soft.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. These are great ideas. I do want to share one little thing that was just an awesome uplift. Araceli said, and so this is just about mindset. I was thinking how I could use a massage and that my body would benefit from that when my massage therapist contacted me to tell me I had a credit from a birthday gift I hadn't used. So now we're scheduled for next week.
That is awesome. Good job.
That is Sunshine Gal, another amazing video. Thank you. That's so sweet.
Okay. So pay attention to your influences and start bringing in more of the upliftment and take a look at what you're spending your time doing.
Yes.
If things are dragging you down, it's time to get them out. Okay.
Sarah said petting and loving my babies, my fur babies. It blows my mind how calming that is for me.
Nice. I love that so much. Okay. Number 4, positive self-talk. I want everyone on this video today to share one thing they absolutely love about themselves, and you get to say 5 things.
No.
Fast.
5. Okay. I love my laugh. It's ridiculous.
It's so nice.
I love being a trans man because it beta interrupts people and kind of like shocks the system. I like my mischievousness. I definitely have a mischievous streak in me. Always have.
I love
You just see the picture of me as a little 2-year-old or 1-year-old, 3-year-old holding my birthday cake. Going like this. And all my little friends were like looking at my cake, and I remember thinking, "Don't fucking touch my cake. It's my cake." I love that I have been able to embrace being on video and having a good time doing it. I actually love that about myself. And the other thing that I really love about myself is that I cry over love.
You do.
I do.
You forgot one. You've only done 4.
No, I did 5.
No, you didn't.
Okay, tell me my last one.
Your confidence.
No. It's because I said that earlier.
Did you?
Yeah, on our podcast.
Oh,
Catch the podcast for all the juicy side notes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what other people love, shall we?
Yes.
Okay. And it's supposed to be about yourself. So, okay. Sense of humor, Jolene. Love it. Sarah, agreed with someone else. Denise, I love that I'm great at business ventures and a peacemaker and strong and surrounding myself with good influence. Go, Denise.
Good.
Way to go. Victoria, I love that I'm naturally just so joyful and laughy. I love that about
That is so true, honey.
Annette says, I love how I'm the cool mom for daughter's friends.
That's
very
so
cool.
Cute. I love that.
Sarah says, I love that I'm always striving to be better in all aspects of life. I know that about you, Sarah. Good job.
Yeah.
Kelly, I love that I make people feel better. No question about that. Amen. I love that about you too.
I love it. Isn't it so nice to read what people have to share about themselves
Yeah, it's
and
amazing.
the positives? It's so lifting. You can literally feel the vibration of this thing.
Yeah.
Just lift.
Yeah. And I'm going to give you a challenge. Okay. I'm going to give you a challenge that every day for the next 7 days, this is a 7-day challenge. I'm challenging you to have positive out loud self-talk where you tell yourself to yourself what you love about yourself. Okay. Do it while you're driving. I don't care when you do it. You can do it anytime. Tell yourself what you love about yourself. If maybe you're having a bad day, then you have to start talking to yourself. This is what I would do. Jack, I love your big heart. I think you're a really kind person. I love that you give it your all. Jack, you're a really, really nice guy. You're smart. You are tenacious. So this is what I'm talking about. And especially if you've just had someone say you're an asshole, it's a really good time.
I hope no one has said that to you.
I do too. That would be so sad. But it's your job.
I didn't call you an a-hole today.
No, you didn't. Because I wasn't being one. It's your job to love yourself. First and foremost. Your relationship with you is your primary relationship. The way you talk to yourself, your mindset about yourself is where it all begins.
It's true.
So your challenge for the next 7 days, at least once a day, have some really happy, lovey time with yourself.
Yeah, and we're going to ask you.
Next week, I'm going to take a note right now in my handy dandy notebook about this.
So we're going to ask you how it made you feel, how it changed your mindset, and you can share on this call because we just love to hear what's happening.
Here's an example of how I live my life. Hold on. Siri, remind me to ask our watchers next week on the live show if they did the challenge.
It's captured. Now you're all in trouble.
Oh, okay. There we go. Jack attack list.
It's the Jack attack
I have
list.
a Jack attack list. That's how I keep my running to-dos.
I'm so glad.
Okay, next week, we're going to check in. Be worried. Just kidding.
Okay, be worried. Don't be worried.
Be happy.
Okay, number 5, our last delicious tip is focus on gratitude instead of being a whiny pants person. So focus on gratitude instead of complaining.
That'll change your fucking life.
So let me tell you about complaining. Now, if you're a complainer, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just trying to empower you.
I'm a reforming complainer.
Reformed complainer.
A reforming.
A
reforming complainer. I'm still in process because
nice.
I find myself getting a little disappointed, and then I start complaining about shit. And then I'm like, oh, I gotta, no, this is not serving.
And then
me.
that's when I call you an a-hole. Just kidding.
Sometimes.
Okay. The reason that people will complain, and this is kind of unconscious most of the time, I would say, with most people, is that you're trying to gather people together to complain with you so you don't feel alone. Or
because we want to feel connected, but there are other ways to connect.
Yes. Or you're trying to get attention because you feel like people aren't listening or paying attention to you. So those are the 2 reasons people complain. Let's turn that around and focus on what we're grateful for. So I want everyone on the video today to write down. I want you to look around your surrounding, wherever you are. If you're in your car, in your house, in nature, whatever. I want you to write down 2 things that you're grateful for that you are observing around you. So some things that I'm grateful for. I am so grateful for my clean windows, which you know, because I talked about in the beginning of the call. I'm so grateful for the windows, and I'm grateful that most of the windows in this house are actually the original windows. There's just such a feeling of so many things have come through those windows over the last 100 years. So I'm grateful for the windows.
True that.
I'm grateful for you and the fact that you sit here with me every week and we do this together and we live our life together, and it's so fun.
Thank you. I am grateful for you. I am grateful for you that I can sit here with Tiff, like we're rubbing shoulders the whole time we're having this conversation, and I get to look at you, our listener, and I see your name and I see your words and I see the things you're sharing, and I'm going to get really emotional and you're going to feel it because you're an empath. I'm really grateful for you. We have worked our butts off to be at a point where you'd be on this call with us. And I'm so grateful. Like, we can't do what we do without you. So here I am being teary. I'm grateful for my tears because it shows you physically how I feel on the inside. And I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for being here. It's so much fun. It's really fun. It's really fun for us to see you, and we all get to talk together, even though we can't hear your voice, but we can see your words and it feels so good. So thank you. You're very, one of my big, huge gratitudes. You, I'm talking to you, specifically you. Let's look at the shares. Okay, I'm just going to look through what you're saying. Teresa, my beautiful home in the calm and serenity.
Yeah. Victoria, my white daisies and
sunshine
coming through the window. I love that.
Jen, I'm grateful for my healthy and beautiful house plants and the amazing pictures of my family members who have passed. Oh, thank beautiful. God for pictures, right? Clear, clean air, Merritt.
You deserve that clean, clear air, my friend.
And that I feel loved, that you feel loved.
You're so loved.
So glad.
By lots of people.
Trish, I love you both.
Love you too,
Trish. Thank you, Trish. One of our Facebook users says thank you and love you. I'm thankful for this group and both of you. Denise said, I'm grateful that today I finally accomplished getting my tax ID number, my business LLC. I'm also grateful that my fur baby is now an official support animal. And I'm also very grateful for positive connections. That gives me goosebumps. Beautiful. Good job. Jolene, I'm grateful for the art in my home.
Beautiful.
Which I love. And for my ice maker on my fridge.
Totally.
Right? Oh my God, that's so true. Leona, you guys are so cute and make me feel good during and after the calls. Thank you for that, Leona. You're welcome. Kelly, I'm so grateful that I found you guys all those years ago.
Me too, right, sister.
Kelly, and I'm feeling joy. I love that.
Me too. We love you.
Trish, I'm grateful for a whack-a-bunch. You all love my fur babies. The list goes on.
Nice.
That's beautiful. Oh,
Doesn't that
God,
feel good when we talk about the things we're
good.
grateful for? Doesn't that just feel amazing?
It does.
And I'm so grateful for nature and this beautiful world and all the luxuries that we enjoy that bring comfort into our life. I could go on and on about all the things I'm grateful for.
Something I'm so grateful for is that everything wants to grow.
Mm-hmm.
People, plants, you think about a forest fire, and even after the fire's over, the ground, the plants, the earth starts shooting up new
That's
growth.
right.
Everything wants to grow.
Thank God.
We can all go through challenging times and feel pretty beaten down. And what do? We all get back up and find our way and find our footing and grow above it and expand. And I love the fact that we all love to help. Right? That we love to help each other. I think that's beautiful. Sarah said, I'm very grateful for the two of you. We're grateful for you too. For this group, the universe, and every single day that I get the opportunity to be a better me. Araceli, I'm grateful for the cool breeze coming in through the windows right now.
Oh, yeah.
In Hawaii.
We know that breeze.
I'm grateful for the ability to breathe deeply because it gives me peace. Thanks to the two of you. That's so beautiful. So beautiful.
I love you guys.
Oh, feel good gratitude.
Okay, so we did our 5 things. I'm just going to go through them really fast again. So if you need to write them down.
Here's the recap.
Number 1, ask questions and be willing to challenge old beliefs. Number 2, do your inner work. And come see Tiff and Jack if that's how you want to do it.
Yeah, come see us.
Number 3, take a look at your outer influences. Number 4, positive self-talk. And number 5, focus on gratitude instead of complaining.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That was a really great mindset call today. I think we're all buoyed up. We're all vibrating at a high frequency.
I am.
Of abundance, excitement, happiness, love,
now I just feel like I want to
passion.
play for the rest of the day.
Now I need a lunch.
What are we going to do?
It's snack time.
What are we going to do? A burger? Are you sick of burgers?
No, I never get sick of burgers.
Crown burger.
Bacon cheeseburger with Swiss cheese, no onions, extra sauce, baby.
Why no onions?
Because then my wife won't kiss me.
That's true.
And I like to kiss. So it's worth it to me to remove those bitches. Oh, so that is a wrap. Thank you for joining us once again on another Energized Empath Live Show. Thank you for being here. It's so much fun with all of you. And we hope that you got some good laughs and learned a few things and some big takeaways and a great aha. And someone's eating homemade hodgepodge. That does sound delish. Okay, you guys, we love you. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. Because that's what we do.
Yep. Eat dessert first because life is meant to be